All right, today we're going to dive into a really powerful idea, one that could totally change how we think about education. It's a philosophy you can sum up in just 3 words: learn the learner.
So, let me start by asking you a question. What do you think a teacher's first job really is? Is it to teach algebra? Is it to explain historical dates? The answer might not be what you think, and it's the core of what we're talking about today.
You see, the answer is all about adopting a completely different mindset. We're talking about a fundamental shift in the very focus of education itself.
And that mindset is called learn the learner. It's actually a pretty simple idea when you break it down. It's the philosophy that a teacher's main job, their primary task, isn't to teach a subject, it's to first understand the unique person sitting in front of them, how they think, how they feel, and how they learn.
Think about it like this. It's a huge shift, right? We're moving away from the old model of just teaching content, that one-size-fits-all standard instruction for everyone. And we're moving to a new model, understanding the learner, which is all about offering truly personalized guidance.
So why does this matter so much? Well, it's because every single student is unique. It's so obvious when you think about it. They each have their own learning style, their own pace, they have different strengths and, different weaknesses. Even their curiosity and motivation can change from one day to the next.
But here's the really cool part. This might sound like some brand new cutting-edge educational theory, but it's not at all. This philosophy actually has incredibly deep, ancient roots.
Let's go way back to the ancient Gurukul system in India. Get this, a guru, a teacher, would spend the first few months, doing nothing but observing a new student. They weren't jumping into lessons. They were studying the student's personality, their temperament, their own unique way of seeing the world.
And this all came from a core belief that is just so profound. No two minds are alike, so no two paths of learning should be identical. It's a powerful reminder that this idea of personalized education, it's as old as education itself.
Okay, so that's the history, which is fascinating. But how do we take this ancient wisdom and actually put it into practice today? Let's get into the modern, actionable ways we can learn the learner.
So how do you actually do this? Well, it really breaks down into 4 key methods for truly understanding a student. So here they are. You use evaluation tests, you ask fundamental questions, you get to know their interests, and you gauge their current understanding. Now, this isn't just some boring checklist, It's a framework for seeing the whole person. Let's dig into each one.
Okay, method 1, evaluation tests. And right away, let's be clear, these are not about grades at all. They're cognitive assessments designed to measure things like logical reasoning, working memory, or processing speed. The results give you a kind of blueprint to start from, like a map of that student's unique cognitive landscape. The second method is all about sparking that natural curiosity we all have by asking fundamental questions. So instead of just handing out answers, you encourage students to ask things like, why does this happen? How does that work? What if we tried to change it? This whole process shows you how they think, and better yet, it connects dry theory to the real world.
Number 3 is a real game changer, connecting learning to what a student is passionate about. Think about it. Education is so much more powerful when it's relevant. A kid who absolutely loves cricket might not care about abstract ratios, but you can bet they'll be fascinated by batting averages. Same concept, totally different entry point.
And of course, this works for anything. You've got a creative kid who's into art? Well, they can grasp complex geometric ideas way more easily when they see them in the context of design and beautiful patterns. It's all about finding their way into the subject.
And that brings us to the 4th method, which sounds so simple, but it might be the most profound of all. You have to meet the learner where they actually are, not where some standardized syllabus says they should be. And you do that by using short diagnostic tests to find their real starting point so you can build a solid foundation from there. There's a quote that just wraps this whole idea up perfectly. We don't start teaching, we start understanding. That's it. It's a simple but incredibly powerful commitment to putting the student first. All right, so we've covered the what and the how. But now let's zoom out and talk about the real why. What is the ultimate goal here? Because let me tell you, it goes way beyond just knowledge and grades.
At the end of the day, Learn the Learner isn't just some new technique to add to a teacher's toolkit. It's a fundamental mindset. It's a complete shift in how we view the entire purpose of education.
And when you really embrace this mindset, the outcomes are, well, they're so much bigger than test scores. You're not just chasing grades anymore. You're cultivating genuine growth, a deep connection to learning, a sense of purpose, and ultimately, real wisdom.
So I'll leave you with this one final thought, a question to really think about. Once you truly learn the learner, what can't they achieve?